can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me now? Who's on with me now?
Another notch and make it drop it and never take it down, take it down. 30-something thousand watching, show me something, baby. Who's on, baby? Who's on?
My second body cost a lot. After I bought it, I just wore it home. Reading philosophy and gossip rags. Spending my bottom dollar on my toes. I'm a pacifist who's never not been pacified. I'm a piece of... It's a point of pride. I'm a super rich complaining I want more in life. Cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't really care what's down in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference. I lost the weight and then I start to tumble. My mom betrayed me many years ago. I walk alone to keep from slipping under. Got lost as soon as I stepped out the door. I'm a martyr who just never got his time to shine. I'm a punk kid, no reason why. Nothing finer than the taste of tears running down my face. So cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't really care what's down in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference. Set off in search of satisfaction, rattling my replacement heart of gold. I'm coming back to join the cast of Carmen. I never sung a single song before. I don't really care what's down in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference.
Three chains. Ow. Caught up in my put your head on backwards, then skate off after, engage in laughter about what just happened. Napkins get sent to mammies, is that too graphic? Catch you in traffic, you sitting daffy like stealing candy. My ceiling's absent, my wheels are massive, my friends assassins. All of us, our mothers queens and our women dancers. My rivers rapping, my fingers splashing, my gills are flapping. I bit some matches, then sip something and kiss the dragon.
I'm really rapping, no finger snapping, them packing. Y'all slipping, my swag is dripping, so here's a napkin. What's really happening? Verbal attacking, I'm showing passion. Know what I mean? See, I'm the king like I'm from Akron. I'm going overboard, somebody call the captain. And when it come to getting checks, I always want the fat ones. I'm so I can sing to a chandelier. My flow a glass of spade and yours a can of candle.
Too many buttons, not enough. These bugging the SWAT is.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of wide receivers who certainly want to be targeted throughout the game. It's the Seahawks going up against the Eagles. So let's send you up to Pennsylvania. Standing by in Philadelphia are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. And we say hi again, everybody. Brandon Gaudin here as we count down to kickoff. I turn to my partner, that's Charles Davis. And Charles, Larry pointed out in the open, we've got a pretty good matchup of wide receivers here this afternoon, don't we?
And those guys have such a big impact on the game nowadays. We know it's a throwing game, but the guys who can go up and get it, the guys who can break tackles after the catch and make bigger plays, oh yeah, they love spotlight as well. They want the football, they want the attention.
Caleb Sturgis now to do the honors and get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now we see Russell Wilson and company take the field for Seattle. It wasn't the best game throwing the ball for Russell Wilson in Week 12. Heck, they were limited to just 5 points against Tampa Bay. He did run for 80, though, Charles, after running for 79 combined before that. So I guess the knee's okay.
The knee's okay. The ankle's okay. He's had a number of problems with his legs throughout the season. But we've seen him getting better and better in recent weeks. So it's not surprising to me that he could run around a little bit better and make some plays that way.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Roughing the passer, that's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
First down, Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Still second down.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On second down, here's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Malcolm Jenkins entered the NFL as a cornerback and has transitioned to safety, but still retains his good coverage skills.
3rd down and 5. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Wilson, and this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
So on 4th down, here's the Canadian-born punter John Ryan to kick it away for Seattle. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 6th year now from Oklahoma. It's Sam Bradford.
The former #1 pick in the NFL draft battled his share of injuries while he was at Oklahoma, but had a terrific rookie season with the St. Louis Rams before the injury bug hit again. But this guy, when he's on his game, is about as accurate as it gets in throwing the football.
Shift together here from the D-line. On the ground, the first carry for Ryan Matthews. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Well, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They hand off to their big tight end. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Ataba Rubin makes the stop. Now Ryan Matthews on 3rd down. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Steps away. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking there for Ruben Randall. That'll bring up 2nd down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Earl Thomas is the rangiest free safety in the game. Great reactions, great understanding, and boy, will he strike you when the ball's in his area.
The play clock's running down. On 2nd down, Bradford again, surveying the field. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Now Donnie Jones, an original 7th-round pick of the Seahawks, on to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the 11 on offense coming back out for Seattle, and maybe a little tired, maybe a little jet lag. The Seahawks have traveled over 27,000 miles this season, and the 5,000-mile round trip to Tampa was their second jaunt to the East Coast in 3 weeks.
I've never met a team in the NFL that's less concerned about their travel than the Seattle Seahawks.
And that's good.
And that's good for them. And you're right. They could be tired. They could be fatigued. As you said, second time in 3 weeks, you'll never hear it come out of their mouths. Their head coach, Pete Carroll, whatever.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kearse, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Seattle defense getting set to go. They're just hoping for more of the same. Last time they forced the punt that led to a score.
They flipped the field, essentially, and that's what you want to do as a defense. Make sure that you put your offense in a great position to run their offense and put the ball in the end zone. That's exactly what they accomplished.
Well, they accomplished that last time. What will they accomplish this go-around? Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
For a guy who went to college as a quarterback, Ryan Matthews has turned into quite the power runner. If he can only stay healthy, well, his numbers would be huge, I think.
His numbers so far, 2 times over 1,000 yards with the Chargers, 5 years there now in his second year with the Eagles. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. The 2015. Pro Bowler Michael Bennett. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now we have Wentz here still down on the ground. We'll check on his status when we get back. And now a first down following that long gain. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. No gain on the play there. Second down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively. And in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you described that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space, no gain.
Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. We put our attention now on the Eagles' defense. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first two series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky. Preach. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. 3rd down now following the completed pass. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nolan Carroll. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan base. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Here's John Ryan now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They begin the drive with Ryan Matthews, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use his speed to get there in the run game.
Steps away to his left. They find some open field here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1 quarter down. 7-3 the score. And we're back to Philadelphia after this. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Detroit! 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Screen pass to Sproles. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ataba Rubin in there to get him for a loss of 5. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. Detroit! Let's go! From midfield, here's Wentz. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So the hard count gets him there. Neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defense thought they had the timing down, but the quarterback hit him with a hard count, got him to jump. From
the shotgun, Wilson. And left left side here, it's Graham. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right, and it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. One receiver left, two to the right. Second and 10, it's Wilson again. They'll buy some time right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target, and it's third down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On third down, Wilson looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Wentz on third down. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
No, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
To throw is Wilson. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off. I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. No. Check Patriots.
Wentz now on first down. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the off, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks defense heads back out there now. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Now. Leopard. Detroit.
On first down, Wentz. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Now let's go. 3-19. Detroit. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mike Bennett in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
That's the second sack of the day for Michael Bennett. And, partner, I would bet that if we charted his sacks, they come from a variety of spots along the defensive front. He knows how to find matchups and exploit them.
And he has had a lot of sacks in his career.
That quickness just gets him upfield and right into the offensive backfield.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's Donnie Jones now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Returnable for Lockett. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now come the Seahawks. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 66 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if something there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Wentz to throw on second down. Forced out to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And Matthews has it right side. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Working from the gun, Wentz. He finds his target. It's Matthews. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. On second down, here's Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 3. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Sturgis able to knock it through. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Eagles trail right now, but with another half to play, there's time to turn it around. The Seahawks have been the better team, though, and will try to maintain the lead in the second half. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Midway through the first quarter, catch is made after a quick pass, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. The Seahawks is up now by 7. 1st and 10, and he ends up at their own 41-yard line before he's stopped on the play. The offense would head off after throwing the interception. Eagles on offense midway through the second. Under duress, and the pass is picked off. Seahawks would then turn it around for the TD, which takes the lead to 10. Seahawks with the ball late in the half. Baldwin's the target on the quick pass, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. Seahawks now up by 17. That'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Let's send it back up to Brandon and Charles in Philly.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Hey. Here we go now. 3-19.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. So, partner, last night at dinner we got talking about that Miami Dolphins 6-game winning streak. But, you know, they're not the only ones on a streak right now. You got the Giants at 6 games, and don't forget the Raiders now 5 straight wins.
And how about the Giants season? 1-2 to begin the season, lost 3 in a row, and have won those 6 since then. So they're on a nice little run. How about the Miami Dolphins? They've won 6 in a row as well. The first time since 2008, and that's the last time they went to the playoffs. And Oakland, this 5-game winning streak has carried them to a 9-2 record, their first winning season guaranteed since 2002. And by the way, thanks for picking up the check.
You bet. So they don't get anything out of that completion. I guess when you roll out of the pocket like he did there to the left, if you're going to throw it, you better gain some yardage.
Now, can you just hear the old school coaches right now? You threw it for no yards? They don't want the ball in the air unless something positive is going to happen downfield. In that case, they'd rather have the quarterback try and run it himself. Just take care of the ball. If nothing else, just slide and get down.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Seattle 1st down. And good to see Jimmy back out there moving okay after the ruptured patella in Week 12 last year. You've dealt with that injury, haven't you?
I have, and let me tell you, you know that expression, I feel your pain? I felt Jimmy's when it happened. Now, mine didn't happen quite the same way his did. His happened.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now, after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And Matthews has it right side. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, Ryan Matthews. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. 10th carry now for Ryan Matthews. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go! Watching that, Barney! Barney! Over! God! Back there to that Philly!
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Ertz over the middle. Now the ball comes loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet there are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Complete. Richardson has it. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Paul Richardson, 87 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. One receiver left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Now let's go! Green! Detroit! Detroit! 54! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Check! Check! Gun! 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 No! Check! Patriot!
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now it's Lockett. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they run with a backup. This is Thomas Rawls. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 2nd down following the run. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They go again with Rawls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They run with a power back, Rawls. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And quickly, they get to the line. 1st down, this is Rawls. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
5 yards on the carry, good pickup on 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Wilson, a give to Rawls. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Stephen Hauschka to try and get the Seahawks 3. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit.
On 1st down, Wentz Flushed out right. And some space here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jordan Hill continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Donnie Jones now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, Rawls. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up 1st downs.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
Third and long, it's Wilson. That escapes the sack. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Benny Logan, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Seattle. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50. Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Dancing to his left. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But one thing that's confirmed is that Russell Wilson knows how to elude pressure, and he finds openings to throw the ball, and he does the same thing in running it. He lost about 300 yards from last season in his rushing total, but I think that's a good thing. People respect his running ability so much, it's opening up pass lanes for his team.
It's caught on the left side by Kurz. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, Wilson. He's got his man. It's Kurz. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kurz, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No, I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. One receiver left, two to the right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off, and he's into the clear. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Again, we'll see the... Pistol here. He'll start out on the ground with Sproles. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And once again, they go with Sproles. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Here's Sproles. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Time running out here on the play clock. And with a play clock running out, Doug Peterson decides to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Another pistol look here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
I got him. Leopard. Gone.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
I got a left. Set.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Wentz, got to have this one. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's an 8-yard pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st down, Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. To throw, it's Wentz. Screen pass to Sproles. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Wentz going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, it's Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Wentz to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game.
Now let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
They come out here in the eye.
Detroit.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Welcome to Madden NFL 17. Before we hit the gridiron, let's take a look at a few options. And just like that, you're set. It's time to play, and we hope you enjoy it. Madden NFL 17.
Okay, your nose keep running and the money keep coming. Hey, I'ma keep ballin'. Hey, rock a park, spallin'. Hey, carefree, I've been living carefree. So much in the air, we can barely even breathe. Hey, I really worry about things I don't know. You say I'm living wrong, you ain't wrong, man, along way. So think about it, it ain't nothing I don't know. All the money that I saw, I don't think I'm ever wrong.
Everyone, I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Manning's Giants. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford. We are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And you know, Charles, as Larry pointed out in the open, got a couple of great quarterbacks set to square off here this afternoon. That ball's probably going to be flying all over the place, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. And the game has never been more quarterback-centric than it is now. And both of these teams have top-flight signal callers.
Josh Brown's got us teed up and ready to roll. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by Russell Wilson. Of course, he won a Super Bowl on this very field back in 2014.
And it had to be especially sweet because no matter how much he plays it off with people like you and me, hearing all the time that a quarterback of his stature, less than 6 foot tall, could not win a Super Bowl, and he played a big role in getting that done, has to be sweet to him.
Now we don't have to talk about small quarterbacks as much.
No, not nearly as much. They still have more to prove, but Russell Wilson's kind of the patron saint for them now.
He hits Jermaine Kearse. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. On second down, here's Wilson. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And some room to roam now. The big fella. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense. Not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block? And bring it all the way home.
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now Wilson on first down. Being chased out left. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Coming to you, coming to you. What? 380.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. It's the big offseason signing from Miami, Olivier Vernon. In there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Third and long. It's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. So let's look at Eli Manning and the New York Giants sitting at 8-3 as we head into Week 13 in the NFL season. And Eli Manning in that win over the Browns last week, Charles, serviceable, 15-27, 194. Did have 3 touchdown passes.
Bottom line, though, they're on a 6-game winning streak. And think about the collaboration of Eli Manning and Ben McAdoo, who's now the head coach. At first, he was offensive coordinator, and things really got better for Eli Manning under his tutelage, under his direction. And now they continue that as head coach and quarterback, and it continues to get better.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go!
They run again with Jennings. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Here's Jennings. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll give the Giants a first down. Now it's Jennings. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there, and that leads to a New York first down. Jennings. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Earl Thomas in on the stop. This is Jennings. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
This will be caught just inside the 10. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's the fullback taking it in from a yard out. And And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Wilson, forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Janoris Jenkins combines excellent coverage ability with supreme confidence in himself. He thinks that no one is going to catch a pass in his area. Calls himself Clamp City.
Ten yards still left on second down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's got time in the pocket. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Hankins able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Now Wilson down around his goal line. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's John Ryan now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. This is Harris. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. We focus our attention on the Seahawks defense now. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man, Donnell. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here's a give to Whitlock, the fullback. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1. You think, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time, that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go!
Here's the fullback. This is Whitlock. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So they'll get themselves a little extra time here to think about what to do on 4th down as we're through with 1. It's the Giants with the early lead. Back to MetLife Stadium in just a moment. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. And Brown able to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs went to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. To return, this is Doug Baldwin. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Giant defense now as they head back onto the field. And a big reason they've got the lead here in the first half, some of these hits we're going to see here.
Almost like they're a group of superheroes, right? Something out of a comic book. Boom, pow, biff. They are really playing well and making things happen on their side of the ball.
Taking me back to my childhood a bit.
There you go. You had a collection, didn't you?
I did. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Wilson, the grab made by Curse over the middle. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He may try and run for this. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Charles, while we have a second, we have to give a shout-out to Joe Thomas. It's been a tough year in Cleveland, but tell them what Joe Thomas accomplished.
He just played his 10,000th snap in a row without ever missing one in his career.
That's unbelievable.
His career. Lots you get a lead. There could be a small injury. Your foot hurts for one play. Never has he come out of a game. Never has he missed a snap. An incredible Ironman record. And he's a perennial all-pro left tackle. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. On third down, Wilson. Finding time. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Harris now to return. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And the Seahawks defense working their way back out onto the field. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which will be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, could have. Now can they carry that over? And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go screenplay with Jennings. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Atama Rubin in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. 190. 190.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 right.
Flex round. Flex round.
Out of the gun now on third down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Another solid performance for OBJ in Week 12. 2 more touchdowns, 96 yards. So tough to cover.
And there's no way that I look down my nose at a 96-yard day. But what we come to expect out of OBJ is well over 100 yards to go along with 2 touchdowns. To me, it just shows how efficient he is as a route runner. It doesn't have to be a big play. It can be intermediate, short plays. It doesn't matter. The way he competes for the ball is something else. And did you catch his touchdown celebrations this past Sunday?
I did.
Paying homage to a Cleveland icon.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. And now with the play clock winding down, Ben McAdoo's going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38! 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Ohio!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 7 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key to tight end. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. White. Nine. Flex round. Flex round.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller, because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Single receiver. Come on, let's go. Red.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one, because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage. A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and run with Whitlock, the fullback. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Hey, 4th and inches. Why let your quarterback try and sneak for it? Give it to the guy who's born to fight for those tough yards. It's a fullback. And he just makes sure he secures the football and then plows forward to pick up the first down.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Look at the dance and the juke. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Rashad Jennings, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a Rashad Jennings touchdown run. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Giants defense getting ready to go here. They'll be hoping to come up with that same type of effort they had last time when they forced the punt that led to a touchdown.
And that type of effort just continues to carry over. Because once you get it done once, you feel like you can do it again and again. It's no guarantee, but you got to like the confidence that they take back out into the field.
Now, will they keep that confidence? Time to find out. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And quickly, they get to the line. On first down, Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Now Wilson on second down. He's going to wind up and air it out. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They go screenplay with Jennings. pickup there of 36. And it'll be first down, Giants.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 13-year man puts it through. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Giants are just destroying the will of the defense with the way they've been running the football. The Seahawks will need to buckle down and slow down that run game to get back in this one. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Giants have it at the 2. Run play coming up here, and he'll take it in for the touchdown, which takes the lead to 13. Giants have it late in the second. The quick pass and completion is made, and this play will go for 6. That pushes the lead to 23.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now out come the Giants. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Play clock winding down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. So it'll be first down here after the run. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get 3 up to midfield. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw here on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And left side here, it's Graham. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you that. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's got room. A great read, and it's picked off. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Steps away to his left. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Room here to run. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They go play action here on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. A screen here to Vereen. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Shane Vereen, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And Graham's got it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Wilson. And Graham's got it, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And now they're in the hurry-up. Again, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football. But today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
So it is 3rd down now, but less than a yard to go. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here's John Ryan now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And time now for the Seahawk defense to take their spots again on the field. They're trailing on the scoreboard. Now, they had to watch that last drive, then they come out here. Defensively, when you played, did you like being out there defensively to start the second half or wait to drive?
I wanted to be out there right away. Come out of the locker room, get right back into the flow of the game. Because sometimes when you sat around, You liked it when your offense gave you a long drive, but it made it a little bit tougher to get out on the field.
Well, it's the second drive here. We'll see how they respond.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And quickly, they get to the line. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. So from the 40 to the 45, 5-yard run.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now Whitlock, the fullback. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Beckham, the lone receiver, right.
Here we go. What? Ohio. Ohio. Check. Flex round. Flex round.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Larry Donnell, the one he was trying to get it to. And it's 4th down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Returnable for Lockett. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Throwing is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. It's JPP, seventh-year man Jason Pierre-Paul, able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. Third and long, it's Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 53 yards. In the slot on the right is Graham. On first down, Wilson. Being chased out left. Complete. Richardson has it. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On second down, here's Wilson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. On third down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the... And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long, no matter what they've done on offense.
Jennings lost the football, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Wilson, buying time to his left. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. In the slot on the right is Graham. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Park, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And the Giants ready to come out now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A screen here to Vereen. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. Second down now after the pass completion. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Second and just 1.
Single. Flex round. Check 4. Come on.
They'll set up to throw. They go screenplay with Jennings. A huge play there on the screen pass. 44 yards.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is if they eat up one of their levels right away. Because, you know, most defenses, 3 levels. D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them, and then you throw the ball over their heads. And now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run again with Vereen. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I don't know about...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Shift together here from the D-line. That one looks like he'll throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball, and that didn't happen on that play.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Wilson on second down. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. 7 yards remain now on third down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because their only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, but he didn't have full control of the ball. When
that punt's coming in, I never return punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peak to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
Personal foul. Placement. Defense. Automatic first down.
Come on, let's go! Fire 38! Fire 38! Hey, I got him! Let's beat him! Ohio! Flex round!
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got time. He's going to take another shot here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.